There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. I was, just as soon as I went live, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna start talking and introduce and say, welcome back to the stream, the usual blah 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 stuff. And I realized I still had it set up for, like, the way I was recording Saturn footage earlier from my video project that I'm still continuing to work on at a glacial pace. So I'm like, well, that's not going to work so much for streaming. It's going to cause some weird problems. Because I had set for, like, 59.94 frame rate. And so I was like, well, let's just put that back to 30, because this is a 30 frame per second game anyway. We don't need to stream it in 60 and take up extra bandwidth and all that other fun stuff. So today we are getting back into the wonderful game that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay, so I make sure nothing's downloading. That's good. It's not. So I've had some time to think about this game. And kind of started to realize that, like, developing some theories on what may be going on exactly. Because there's, like, a lot of this game seems to go through and do its own thing. Then you have these, like, crazy little, like, ghost things showing up, like these little, like, hauntings, hollows, whatever you want to call them, Harry Potter ripoffs, spirit things flying around. And wherever they show up, that seems to, like, push people back onto the original game path of, like, where they were originally, like, for the first game. Like, you weren't invited, like, you weren't paid to come along onto the mission run right now that I'm currently doing in the game. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, it's supposed to be Jessie instead. Spirit things show up on the day of the mission. They attack Jessie. She twists her ankle. She can't go. You have to go instead, which is exactly what happened in the original Final Fantasy VII. You know, Jessie was never a part of that mission, but then all of a sudden they course corrected it back, and now I'm part of it again, so you're not missing anything. So I'm, like, really wondering if it's their job to kind of keep the time, like, if there's, like, a multiverse or something, like, or there's a timeline correction and they're trying to fix it. Because I'm thinking that this game may not be like a Final Fantasy VII remake. It could be like the rebuild films. I've been mentioning about Neon Genesis Evangelion, those movies. And I'm thinking, like, it may truly well be a rebuild, which is why you don't have part 1 for the subtitle of this game, because I'm thinking it might not actually be a remake. That's the crazy thing. I'll know for sure a little bit later into the game, but we'll have to see.
Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center right now. Attention, all security forces. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center right now.
Alright, Airbuster.
You heard the man! Get these components prepped for the Airbuster ASAP!
It's ready, sir.
Component outbound for B8!
Copy, B8.
Intruders!
Take him out!
Okay, we'll take him out. Tried to dodge out of the way, just would not do it in time.
Pushing it.
Need my help, do you?
Let me
Alright, watch and learn.
bring it on.
Hip fire!
Still here. I got this. It's over. Gotcha. Not that. See ya.
Let's see what these bastards were up to.
Barrett, Cloud, over here.
Yeah, it seems like I'm getting to the point where I need to stop buying, like, just potions and buy high potions now. God, they really need to patch this so we can heal inside menus.
It looks like a few of its components are still in transit.
We'll see about that.
Could tamper a little with its loadout.
And give ourselves an edge?
There should be a console somewhere.
This the console you talking about?
Barrett found that real fast.
Think you can get it to work?
Need a key
Needs a
card.
key card.
Well, let's find it then.
You heard Mr. T, let's do it.
You really that impatient, Cloud?
So somewhere in here then?
You know what? I think people want to be trying to hide something. You find it?
Yeah.
Good job. Now let's check out that console.
M units, huh? I'm guessing that's some sort of component?
Yep. An enhancement powered by liquefied materia.
Sounds bad.
Pretty sure I can divert this unit for disposal.
Moving M units from Airbuster will reduce the number of items it has at its disposal. As does not directly affect the Airbuster's tactical performance, collecting and discard items can give your party a much-needed boost in the fight. Okay. Sorry, I had to readjust my back brace.
M unit flagged for disposal.
Heidegger's got no idea who he's messing with.
So far, so good.
Right. Let's move.
You think they're watching us? Even now?
Yep. Probably got a live feed.
Nothing we can do about it. Except smile for the folks at home.
I won't give up.
That's that.
Okay, let's go.
Need my help, do you? Work on this! See ya!
All done.
Huh. Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
Anything over here? Just seems like there'd be something hidden down here. So it just runs at a loop back over this way. Excuse me.
Component outbound from B7.
Copy. We've lost contact
Okay,
with
that's-
B8. Send some men to check it out. We've got a schedule to keep.
Huh. Intruders! Seize them!
Engineering, this is B7. We've got hostiles. Requesting backup.
Here we go.
Negative B7. Airbus defenders priority. You're on your own.
We'll deal with you ourselves.
Looks like there's 2 consoles this time.
Huh. Double the sabotage.
If we can find the key cards.
I spy with my little eye some materia on the floor. Lightning! Everybody has lightning already.
Error. Keycard required for operation.
I was wondering if it'd tell me what it would do, but
Any cards?
Just the one.
2 choices. And only 1 single-use card. It's up to you, Cloud.
big bomber shells, and they also have AI programming cores. If we can get rid of those AI cores, it might make it dumber? We'll see. What is this one? These are bomber shells, looks like.
Console talks about big bomber shells. You acquainted?
We call them BBs. One's enough to blow you to hell and back.
Could divert them and give it a couple less shots to take us out. Make the call.
Moving the big bombers to the airbuster will reduce the number of big bomb shells it has at its disposal. Hit your party hard, fewer shells fired away, the safer your party will be. See what the other one is. This is an AI one.
What does an AI programming core do?
Increases processing power dedicated to motor function computation. Makes it move real quick.
A real quick giant robot, huh? That doesn't sound good. Anyway, we should weigh our options carefully.
Hampers tactical awareness, reduces frequency, which fires finger beams. Attack the stuns targets. I think we should probably remove the shells since those hit really hard. You know, if it's like a stun beam, we should probably be able, hopefully be able to live through that. I'm hoping at least. No guarantee.
What you said, even one big bomber shell is too many. But I'll let you be the judge of that.
Big bomber shell flagged for disposal.
Just imagining their faces when they find out.
So where did we send the discarded stuff?
To a storeroom for defective equipment, I'm guessing.
That's so. You think these defective shells and programming cores might be valuable enough to warrant a little detour?
Maybe.
I say we grab them.
If we get that far.
checking something real quick, as I normally do during my streams. Okay, looks all good. Alright, hunky-dory. Oh, this part I will say is a little more interesting because before it's just like you just run out there.
Okay, listen up, y'all.
He's giving a speech on purpose.
Everything Shinra has told you is a goddamn lie. Mako is the lifeblood of our planet. Those greedy bastards are bleeding it dry. Y'all gotta rise up.
Barrett, who are you talking to?
The people put me on TV. I'm gonna drop some truth.
1,000 Gil says they cut the sound.
So, do I get that money now or later? When exactly do they pay me up? Yeah, so the original game was like you go on the bombing mission, plant the bomb, go on your way out, then you fight, you know, President Shinra comes out, which is always weird because he was there in person to basically taunt you, and you just go, oh, okay, well, we're gonna let you walk away now, not do anything to try to stop you. Then you fight the airbuster. You run out, place blows up. You know how it goes. So this is a little more interesting. Changes how you fight the, fight the boss. At least you have an impact on it. Determine how hard it's going to be or not hard.
Surprise, Grounder!
Shit! Try me.
Let me heal!
Let's finish this. Finish it. Was never in doubt.
Nope, I just went backwards. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. Let's try this again. This time going in the correct direction.
Heads up! We got company! Take him down! Engineering, this is B6! Enemy contact! Enemy contact! We can't afford any more delays! You need to keep those components coming! Do whatever it takes! B6 is online!
All set.
Spiral arrow!
Finish him off. Bring it.
Piece of cake.
Find any cards?
Only one. And this time we've got 3 choices.
Take your pick.
Alright, what do we got over here? AI. More M units. BBs.
Hell is this?
M unit. Another type of enhancement.
Your call if you want to nix it.
Yeah, I'll stitch another M unit.
M unit flagged for disposal.
Serves you all right. I
Hey,
tell you
Ultrafair.
what, I ain't never looked forward
Yeah.
to an execution more in my entire life.
I'm not using any of them.
You don't say.
We're about
Good to see
make
you.
fools out of Shinra while the whole damn city's watching. Times like these, you gotta save them.
That's why I have
Oh,
problems
no.
playing
If
games
you're
like
about to ask
Skyrim,
me to dance, then don't.
where I'm like,
Come on,
hey man,
don't
I
be
might need like 500
How about you,
brooms.
Cloud?
I mean, I don't want to like get rid of like not see a broom and go, I can't pick that up because you never know you're gonna encounter like some like top end gear that you can't come back to and you have to pay 500 brooms for. I want to be prepared, damn it. I need those brooms. But yeah, you actually have to spend the key cards in order to exit the room and proceed through the game. Sadly, so this is unique though. I actually have a little theory on this game I espoused a little earlier if you weren't here about how one of the things like I was thinking about this game is that while I go to save is that basically we had like those Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, wraiths, whatever things flying around. They seem to show up basically because one of the things I was talking about earlier is like, okay, about how this game is so radically different. Yeah, the Dementors. Yeah, I have no idea what they were called, but yes, exactly. Like how they seem to show up from time to time in this game, but I was thinking about it. They seem to show up right where they put you back onto the game where you're supposed to be, because this game goes all over the place. We're like completely brand new territory, but when they show up, it pushes you back on path of the original Final Fantasy VII. Like, you weren't supposed to be part of this mission. They didn't pay for you to do it. It was supposed to be Jessie. Those Dementors show up. They hurt Jessie. She twists her ankle. She can't go. You're back in the party, which is exactly what happened in the original game. I mean, like, you weren't not supposed to be part of this mission. You were always a part of it, but, you know, but all of a sudden you weren't going to be on this game. Now you are. So I'm thinking, okay, what if these things are, like, trying to, like, what if there's, like, a multiverse or something there, like, they're trying to, like, keep you on track or something, like, okay, you have to follow these things how we have it laid out. I've also been talking about how it kind of reminds me of the Neon Genesis Evangelion Rebuild movies. This might well be Final Fantasy VII Rebuild. It would explain why it doesn't have, like, Part 1 or anything for the title. It's just Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because what if this game is not a remake of Final Fantasy VII? What if after as soon as you get out of Midgar, what if things dramatically change like the Rebuild movies did? So I'm thinking it's like that might very well be the possibility. There'll be another game, but it's just not going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 or anything. It's going to have its own new title. They're going to go in its own directions like the Rebuild movies. So I'm wondering, like, what if that's a possibility? It's something I'll have to, like, confirm as I get later on to the game and more things unfold, but I'm just been kind of thinking about it, like, myself, like, okay, these are things I know and I've noticed so far, I just gotta put it together. That's my little random kind of theory behind it. Because we're pushed back on track, you know, by those Dementors to be on this mission. So, we'll see what the next big crazy change is. Although, I'm like just purely speculating. I haven't seen the ending or anything. I didn't see the final trailer for the game. Because I heard that was like Spoiler City, so I avoided it. Nothing down here. I do like that we have more agency in the airbuster fight. I think that's pretty cool.
We're running dangerously low on components because of those terrorists.
Copy. They're here! You'll pay for this. Bring it.
Give your best
Don't
shot.
overdo it.
Guess it's my turn.
Okay, let's go.
Abilities. Sure you can.
Bunch of pushovers. Come on, y'all. Let's see what kind of mischief they were getting up to.
Alright, find the key card of the room. Oh, there it is. That was easy. Yes, that's my kind of crazy theory I'm working on for the game.
Enough key cards.
It is so radically different from the original game. That would make sense. But at the same time, if that's true, I think that might anger fans. I would be for it. But I know people have been like really wanting to get a just straight off remake of the original game. And if they're gonna go like, okay, we're gonna keep the same script for like the first movie, so to speak, like Evangelion did, and then go off on like their own storyline, their own branching arc, that might anger people. I really don't know. It's one of those things that I've avoided because I don't want to get spoiled on the ending if I'm right or wrong on it. See, this is more M units, mobility units. Programming core AI, and this is probably BBs. That's AI again? Yeah, I just don't know. Like I said, I'm just spitballing, so to speak. Bomber shells. Let's get rid of those bad boys.
Big bomber shells. We should divert them if you think it'll improve our odds.
Big bomber shell flagged for disposal.
Is everything sounding okay? I had to change the settings. I had to record some other Saturn footage, which means I had to change the audio levels again.
All that we can, at least.
It's all good. The stage is set. All that's left is to hijack Heidegger's show.
Sounds good. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We're coming up on the exit. Tifa, detonator still in range?
We should be good.
The moment Big Boy goes down, you hit that switch.
Right.
I actually recorded some Panzer Dragoon. I actually did that stream last time. I did some Panzer Dragoon Orta, which is the Xbox game. Played that for about an hour, and then I switched in and played more of this game. But I recorded, what did I record? The intro for Deep Fear, because I needed that for my video. I realized I didn't record the entire intro, which we're going to need parts of. And I also got footage of Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition USA. A redundant title, but it's just what it is. Because, and that's the sad thing, is that you have that iconic music for Daytona USA, and then it's in the Saturn version, which I don't like the Saturn version at all. I think it's garbage. So then they said, okay, we know that people had a problem with it. We're going to put out a slightly better version with improved graphics, and it's going to run better, frame rate, extra track, more cars as a bonus. Here we go. That's the Championship Circuit Edition. they changed all the music. You don't have the classic songs in there. They're all different, and the ones that there were, they were remixed. So you don't have that classic soundtrack anymore. I'm like, what the hell? So the gameplay improved a little bit, and the frame rate improved, and the draw distance, and it's not as ugly looking, but you have different music, which makes me sad, because you expect to hear that classic soundtrack to go with it. Because one of the things I wanted to show was like, okay, here's the arcade version of the game. You know, here's what it looks like. Here's the Xbox 360 version, you know, running. And here's the Sega Saturn version. It's like, it looks like your eyeballs have been hit with bleach. It's like, it just looks bad. It runs bad. It's just not fun.
No holding back.
Oh, okay, he just teleported out of there.
Let's do this. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Let's finish it.
Here we go. Nice. You're done. Don't stop now.
Time to end this.
I'm up for anything.
Gotcha.
Still not used to, like, switching. I keep thinking, like, the middle is where I have selected, but it's the bottom for who's actually on top. It's... my brain still hasn't made that adjustment yet. So Cloud is who I'm controlling. He's on the bottom of the stack on the right. Still throws me out, because in combat you see, like, L2, it's in the middle, so I'm thinking that's where I'm selected to, but I'm not. So that's why I keep jumping around crazy, like, in combat. Let's see... And the thing is, too, is like, I know people love Daytona USA, and I like the arcade version. I actually played it in the arcade in the the mid-90s when it came out. And you had like the big sit-down cabinet, the big humongous screen. It looked really amazing. No arcade game looked like it at the time, which is crazy because now we have like home consoles and probably cell phones that could run the arcade version no problem, make it look just as great. But at the time, nothing looked and it ran like that arcade machine. And I love the arcade version. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I put a lot of money into it. So that's why I was excited. Like, okay, great, I have the Saturn version now. I can play it at home. And it's like, this sucks. It's like, what happened? It runs 20 frames a second. Your draw distance is terrible. Why? Say knock knock anybody home, but looks like we're good here. What is this? Requires a key card.
Can't say we didn't prepare. Now we just gotta get it done.
Or not. Okay, that seems suspicious. I don't want to go up there just yet. Let's go down here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I have like major FOMO when it comes for like RPGs and stuff.
That way.
Okay, well I guess I can't go that way. Thank you, Tifa. Never mind then. Especially like games where you know you can't go back. It's like, I really don't want to miss something.
Status report. We're making our final adjustments.
I can't see anything though.
Or you'll hear it from the brass.
Look, they're still prepping it.
They're here! Hold them back! Buy us every second you can!
Anytime now.
I'm ready.
That's that.
But sir, it's not ready yet.
Calling lightning. All right.
Shit. We too late.
That's far enough, you bastard. I'm taking you down.
Fuck on this. Bring it home. Y'all never had a chance.
Looks like a performance assessment, don't you think?
We'll figure out its weaknesses as we fight it. As long as we stay focused, we'll be fine. We can do this.
No, I like Tifa's way better.
We need to talk victory poses. Something coordinated for the live on camera finish. Could blow up big.
Like this Ginyu Force I saw. They were really cool. I'm sure nothing bad happened to them.
Huh? No way up.
No way we're getting back up that pipe.
Keep looking.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to hear it. The camera's making me look that way, though. Yeah, I was hoping to see if I could find some healing stuff. Oh, goody.
Here we go. Take the lead.
I got this.
About damn time. Coming at you, hard. Sorry, no choice.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so everybody who can heal or has healing spells has been taken out. Silenced. Bear got silenced.
Don't give up. Let's go.
Spells, let's do Thunder. Good job, Cloud.
Switch it up.
Kept you waiting?
Come on.
Barrett, come on. Just standing there like, oh, I'm gonna get clobbered.
You're up.
Let's do this.
Jeez, like one hit away.
Be careful. I see you. Let's do this.
Finally got staggered.
Real subtle invitation.
Hoping there's a bench or something around here, that'd be nice. All of ether. Okay, so Cloud could use ether on himself. I remember seeing something. About here we go. It's like shortcuts. Okay, I guess that only works inside combat. Okay, so let's see, attack power, magic power, max HP. Let's actually put more defense on Cloud. Not enough 50. 8, damn. Okay. 8 for everything? I can do this one at least, get his magic attack up more too, that should help. Ooh, I didn't notice that. Oh crap. Barrett's had this better gun. Actually, no, it's a lesser gun. Take damage intended for other party members. No, okay, so that's the old one. So it does less damage, higher defense. Attack power, max HP. Okay, that should do for Barrett. That puts him on par pretty much with the old gun we had, so that's good. Sonic Strikers. Wow, I didn't even notice this one. Okay. They're a lot less. But a lot more materia. Increases damage dealt by whirling uppercut, Omni Strike. Yes. Yes, please. I don't think anything else is going to be a level up for that cheap. 4, 8, 6. Yeah, okay. This is like the most uninteresting part of watching any streamer is like, oh, let's watch them just like figure out how to level themselves up, and this is gonna be interesting. It's like, get back to the damn game. I want to see action, violence. Buff duration, rear assault, that gives you more for back attacks. True, yeah, that was like, ugh, no thanks. New materia slot, yes please. We will do that. Pardon me. No extra materia slot, okay. Fire damage, ice, lightning, wind, buff duration. Six, 8, and 4. We can do one more here, the last magic attack power. There we go. Okay, since we already have that one done to 100, I think we should probably... Oh, that dive kick is gonna be really good. I've seen that, like, powered up. Let's put on Sonic Strikers at least, because they're a dodge and more stagger. So we'll put that on her in a minute. Iron Blade! Here, we got for your original Gatling. Overcharge damage boost 10%. Yes. Okay. Let's leave this on because I have like lightning equipped right now. Make it stronger. I think it's lightning. Do I have elemental and lightning? Yeah, so all his hits do like lightning damage, so that's good. Barrett, switch you over to light machine gun. Reslot materia. Don't think we have. Yeah, that's on Tifa. Okay, she's fine. So what do we got here for you? Got ice, lightning, first strike, healing, that's fine. Ooh, I can do it right from here. Haha, sweet. Except for we're going to change her weapon. So show chakra, I don't really use. Restore your own HP and cure poison. Might restore as relative to the damage received, or restore your magic power HP. Okay, lightning and winds down there. So let's put combat first. So we're gonna put lightning. Sure, he has. Okay, that's fine. So she's already got lightning. Give her ice. Auto cure is pretty good. So let's put auto cure over here. And we'll put a healing cure. Okay. Now, save the game so I don't have to remember to do this all over again. Because I've done that before, and oh man, it's one of those things you do in life. You do it one time, and then you never do it again because you've learned your lesson. Hopefully. Not guaranteed, but just hopefully. Wasn't paying attention if it saved or not. It's bending over to get a drink. There we go. Okay. We're ready to rock.
Out of my way.
I know you ain't talking to me.
Enough.
Gotta love it.
Don't overdo it.
Let me.
Need my help, do you? Get your ass out of here. Let's move, move.
Not so fast.
Not so fast what? I think you missed your chance on that, Tifa.
Big boy's going to an execution, all right. We're gonna put him out of his misery while the whole damn city watches.
We give it our all and we'll win.
over there.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it home. All of us. No exceptions.
Right.
Except for we're
We
branded
don't
as
want to
terrorists, because
disappoint
technically
Riley.
we are.
That goes for you too, Cloud. Right?
You better give her a big old smile this time.
If the price is right.
What? Open it already.
It's locked down.
Is there any way we can get it open?
Yeah, from that room over there.
Why does everything have to be so damn complicated?
You know, the faulty equipment storeroom's that way too.
Do you think we'll find the components we diverted there?
It's like a treasure vault. Woo! I like the sound of that.
So how do we do this?
It's simple, really. We move the levers at the same time.
Got these ones.
I'll take left, which just leaves right, soldier boy.
But I don't know my left from my right. I'm a soldier. I'm not too smart. Simultaneously, Barrett and Cloud's levers operate using left and right stick respectively. Keep the signal pressed left and right in the directions shown on the display. Okay.
Emergency lockdown is currently in effect.
So we need to synchronize our movements?
In that case, follow my lead.
It's like launching a nuclear weapon. Which if I've never told that story before, I should sometime. No, I did not launch a nuclear weapon, but I was in the decommissioned one and got to turn the keys.
Tifa's.
Fine, have it your way.
Okay, pay attention, you two. 3, 2, 1.
Emergency
Yeah, I'm pretty
lockdown
sure the
is-
world would have noticed too about some idiot in Missouri, the United States launching a nuclear missile.
We really
Especially after
did
the
it!
Cold War ended. That
Great
would have been
timing.
a lot of
Right on
big
the money.
attention too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they'd be teaching that in history books like right before 9/11 and
Tucked away in that
everything
vault,
else
huh?
crappy. Control's a little touchy for trying to do small movements.
This would be the treasure vault.
That's right.
What's the catch?
Need to bypass a high-level security lock.
Different from the other one?
Same deal. But we gotta do it several times.
Ha! Not a problem.
Yeah, let's try.
Yeah, so basically it's like the Air Force base we were at had Minuteman nuclear missiles. And they were decommissioned because they were just no longer needed. It was part of the SALT treaty with Russia disarming our nuclear missiles. They were as well. And they opened it up. They turned one of the old secret missile launch pads into a museum. And we were invited to go there on the first day it opened up. So my mom actually got me out of school, and my brother took us out of school. She's like, "You're missing school today." I'm like, "Sweet." She's like, "We're gonna go see this instead." I'm like, "Even better." So drove out to what looked like this small little house in the middle of nowhere, except for it had like this razor wire fence around it, which is kind of a dead giveaway that you have a secret installation in what looks like a little 2-bedroom house in the middle of a cornfield somewhere. And you go into the house, it looks like just any other house you'd walk into, except for there was a secret passage. And it was like reinforced room concrete, and it was an elevator, it would go down like 90 meters down below the ground. And it takes you into the tunnel system, one which would lead to where the missile was stored, so you could get in there, do maintenance on it, whatever you needed. And then the other one would go over to the launch control pad area, like where it basically the people who would turn the keys would be locked in a room. And it was really cool because the entire room, the command center that they were in, was located on like meter springs. Like they were about a meter high, all around it, completely enclosed around it, so it would rock. If they got hit with a nuclear weapon, it would rock with the vibrations. It wouldn't just like, you know, shake apart. That was the theory, at least. It never got tested. So you have to duck in there. The entrance is like about 1.5 meters high, so you actually have to kind of duck and stoop down to get in. Closes like 3 foot long, like, or about 3 feet, you know, thick door behind you. You're locked in. And then we went through the entire steps, like saying like, okay, here's where you are. You'd have your toilet over here in the corner. You'd have a microwave to make food, because they were down there for 3 days at a time. They'd be locked in there for 3 days, shifts, come out with another crew coming in. They do 3 days, so it's 3 days in, 3 days off. And you'd have TV there, radio. And that was it, really. It was like you just kind of boredom. And then we went through the simulated nuclear launch procedure, which is like a lot of verifications. It's not like you see in the movies, like, we're going to launch a nuclear weapon and they have it up in the air in like 30 seconds. You have to like go through, get the code book, you know, verify the code, read it back to each other, make sure it's correct, that you both confirm that, open it up, get the next cipher out, do the next code, make sure that works, because they change every single day, input the code into the computer, confirm that all the messages were authentic. It's like triple checking everything. You know, they want to make sure that you're not launching these missiles by yourself. And it's not optional. You have to do it in order to unlock the sequence to launch the missile into the air. It's crazy. And finally, like, when you get the step to turn the keys, you have to turn both at the exact same time and hold it for, I think it was like 5 seconds you had to hold it. So it wasn't like you couldn't like turn the key real fast and turn the other one, because you were about separated by about, I think it was 4 meters maybe, in opposite locations. So one person could not turn the keys by themselves. So my brother got on one key, I got on the other, and then we counted down, turned, held it, the light went off, and they're like, congratulations, you've just launched a nuclear missile, you're going to murder millions of people, kill millions of people in Russia in 30 to 35 minutes, and there's a missile coming for where you came in at the beginning at the elevator. They have a missile aimed right for that same spot. I was like, cool, okay. So what happens if you're bombed, if you're in here and you survive? He's like, well, then you wait for about 30 days, and then you try to crawl out to safety if you can. There's like a tube that was like filled with sand that would like drain out, and you could crawl up to the surface where you would die. It's either you die from like a lack of like air would basically run out there, and the recycles and all your food supplies would run out in 30 days, so you can die and starve to death in the bunker, or you can go up top, right on top of where a nuclear weapon exploded with all the high radiation, and die that way. So either way, you were dead. It's like that was your fate that awaited anybody who was turning those missile keys. I was like, wow, that is screwed up, but you know, it's just what the Cold War was. The entire situation's still bonkers. And that is my nuclear weapons story.
Delta level security lockdown is currently in effect.
Okay, guys. You know what we have to do.
Copy me?
No, Tifa leads.
Oh, fine. After you, girl.
Gotta get past level 1 first, right? 3, 2, 1. Try to match my timing, okay? We got this. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Watch
Wait,
carefully.
okay, so she's doing opposite directions. I can see it now.
Focus. 3, 2, 1.
Alpha level security disengaged.
I think you do like
That was
up
great,
then
you
down.
guys.
That was me screwing
Let's
it up.
keep it up. All right. 3, 2,
Both up.
1.
Beta level security disengaged.
Wow. Think we've got this?
Hell yeah, bring it on! Ain't nothing I love more than sticking
Barrett,
to
shut up.
center.
We're just trying to get these things unlocked. We don't need your commentary, buddy.
Halfway there. Steady, guys. 3, 2, 1.
I'm still getting warmed up.
Okay, that was Barrett's mistake.
Shake it off. 3, 2, 1.
Barrett, you're pissing me off, buddy.
We got this. 3, 2, 1.
Gamma level security
Thank you, Barrett.
disengaged.
That was weird. Just
No
like,
way!
that was not me that failed twice. That was literally Barrett. I was like, okay, that's unusual.
Okay, final round. Don't lose focus. 3, 2, 1. Don't rush it.
I guess that was me, because Barrett didn't say anything
Focus.
stupid.
3, 2, 1.
Delta level security disengaged. Disposal room now accessible.
Take that, Shinra! Making us jump through hoops to steal your shit.
It didn't take as long as I expected. Good work, guys.
How long were you expecting? Oh, at least 3 or 4 hours.
You made it easy.
I put my heart and
Oh,
soul
so
into those
Claude says that
countdowns.
Tifa's easy? Is that it? Sexist. Stay away from my woman. Ooh, materia. Magic up materia. Increases your magic attack power. Boost limit is 100% when one's equipped. Definitely gonna save this and this one definitely for Aerith when she joins my party. Because Tifa's pretty much kind of like the glass cannon so far, at least that I've noticed. And then we have, like, you know, Cloud's kind of the all-rounder, and Barrett's mostly of a tank. He takes a lot of damage, but weak output.
Score. It's just like Cloud said.
They say a job well done is on the board. I say take everything that ain't nailed down.
Phoenix down. Big bomber. Another big bomber. Bottles of ether. Okay, good. Just exactly what I was looking for. Just like in real life. Ooh, a bench I can sit on. And there is chewing gum underneath it. Double fun. Alright. Echo mist. Here's silence. Excuse me. Ooh, Mega Potion. Now, I learned how to play jazz in Kansas City, which is a pretty good place to do that. And this is terrible. I'll tell you that right now. This is not the best. Good, I attained more potions just as I bought some. It really throws you off too, because like, especially when you learn how to improv, which is the most... Yeah, it's definitely no Captain Beefheart, I'll give it that. But it's just like, improv is, on paper, one of the easiest things you can do. Especially as a musician. It's like, oh, okay. Musical scale, play notes 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then alternate between any of them there. Don't have a pattern, just go with the beat. If you hit a wrong note, there is no such thing as a wrong note, just move off of it, half step, semitone, up or down. You're good to go. And that's basically all you have to do with the improv music. It's like, wow, okay, that's really simple. But then you actually go to do it the first time, and you just like freeze because you've been conditioned to read music for so long, and all of a sudden you've just been told, make up whatever you want, go, do it. It's like, It takes you like a little bit to get past that mental block of like, all right, I need to, do something in this rhythm pattern, and then we'll be fine. And then you have like jazz. It's just like, I'm not gonna play it to a rhythm or anything. We're gonna do the Shags version. We're not gonna play in key. We're not gonna play on beat. We're just gonna do whatever we want. It's like, no, that's garbage. You can still gotta have some kind of form to jazz and improv. Perhaps I should look. Okay, never mind. I was thinking like, oh, it's went the wrong way. No, it's going the right way apparently.
All right, time to go.
Oh yes, I think I've played the Shags before on stream.
Huh?
They are special.
Look!
Special air quotes. Listen, this makes more sense for a hologram projection versus him walking out and taunting you in person, not like the original.
The eyes of one who has bathed in Mako, which would make you a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Though not, alas, for very long. Accelerated cellular degradation being the most common cause of death by far. This is classified, of course, but every soldier knows the truth.
That's right.
Think you forgetting someone?
Oh, you can tell it's rendered real time because he's got the gun I put on him.
Is the type to go on without head.
Ain't enough hours in the day to hold you to account for all your crimes.
And what a wasteful indulgence it would be, even if there were.
Okay then. Let's talk about wasteful indulgences. What is Mako? The life stream. The lifeblood of the planet. Our planet. But Shinra keeps on slurping it up like a
This is about to
plastic
put a
dog.
big old kiss on it.
What's gonna happen if you don't stop, huh?
We do indeed keep on slurping it up, as you say, but for whose benefit?
We do carbon offset credits. Trust me, it works. Whoa.
Yet the people willfully turn a blind eye to the cost. As you must surely be aware.
Don't you dare try to put this on us! If anyone's going along with your plans, it's cause you brainwashed them!
Such methods are beneath me. As are you, my faithful stewardess. Henceforth allies of wicked Wutai, our sworn enemy. Thank you for stoking our people's patriotic fervor.
Wutai! The hell we are!
After all, the Wutai ain't nothing to mess with.
You still don't understand your role in this. What do they do? Don't you see? You fools were never in control. Never anything but pawns in our plans to sell great and glorious war to the people. And your instruments.
So at least we're thinking on the same wavelength. That's awesome.
When we so choose. God damn it! Now let us raise the curtain on our main event.
So why is Tifa upset they're gonna blow up the reactor, which is what they're trying to do to begin with? She's like, oh no, they're gonna blow up instead of me. It's like, what, you wanted to push the button instead?
Your guilt is undeniable. Your punishment, death.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
just like before. But I failed you.
Cloud, get your head in the game.
Stop having flashbacks.
Counting on you, man.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. You guys good to go?
Watch yourselves.
Oh jeez, interrupted me. That's great.
Okay, let's go.
Hang back. Buzz off.
Big boy means business. That's all die here?
It's on you.
All set.
See, let's have her cure Cloud. Yeah. You may fire it ready with the actual firing being done in a mixing studio, like a, what was it, a mixer board?
Taking over.
See if it does it.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go. Big box. It's on you.
Hang back.
Bring in the heat. Give them hell.
I got this.
Commencing phase 2 of the combat trial. You've seen but a fraction of the machine's true capabilities.
Cloud,
I got it.
get back over here.
Show me how fast you can run.
Not over yet.
Tifa, what the hell were you doing?
Too close.
Yeah, apparently
We
so.
need to come up with a plan.
Suck on this. Hard on the bang.
Leave it to me.
Good time with Schindler's new weapon.
Bring it.
I got your number. All right. You're up.
I hate when they do that.
Let's take care of them first. Taking over. Calling lightning.
Stay strong.
Looking good. Won't last long. Here we go.
Let me handle this.
All right, watch and learn.
See you soon. Let's do this.
All set. Bring it. Ha. Okay. Here.
Behold the full potential of the Air Buster.
It's taken to the air! Who would have seen that coming?
Time to carry out your executions.
Watch yourself.
Damn, all those drones. How did you think they did?
Watch and learn. Just make sure you got my back, all right?
It's all a ripoff. Just ignore the fact that this came out like 23 years ago. Just ignore that fact. But other than that, complete total ripoff.
Here. Stay still.
Always did like a job. You're up.
My turn. Buzz off.
Oh, well, my mistake. I thought it came out a little bit later after that. I was thinking like 98, 99. But I was wrong.
There. Now, get in there.
Yep. I hear you loud and clear. Ha. Bring it. No need to panic.
This what it is right here.
Tifa. Okay, she got stunned. I was like, why are you not doing it? Cloud. It's busy.
This one right here is for the blitz. Try out an agony. Let's turn this around.
Let's do this.
Let's turn this around.
Keep it together.
Okay,
Let
let's
me
go.
show you how it's done.
Yeah. Light 'em up.
Asshole! Gonna make your eyeballs pop. I had heard you scream for long enough. Now I shall let you die. Give 'em hell.
Taking over.
And Tifa's got
Now!
Right, keep it all you've got. Bingo!
Yep, she's got her limit break.
Let's finish this!
It's no dolphin blow.
Here! Let's go!
Let's do this. My turn.
Good luck!
Need my help, do you? Coming at you
Not
hard
going out
and
like
fast.
Okay, Tifa needs another high potion.
Gotta love
Except for when I do that stuff.
Let's do this. It's on you.
All watch yourself!
Time to get serious. Still kicking. Little pick me up. Always did like a job. Bring in the heat. I'm going back.
It's like trying to dodge, it's like locked in. Alright. Cloud's got his limit break.
You're up. My turn.
Right, keep it all you've got!
You're as good as dead.
This footage will prove invaluable in raising morale.
Jesus. Got him like hitting the hit loop.
Bring it on!
Let's show 'em what we're made of. Got some fight left in you. All the time.
Knew that was coming, but deal damage while I was in front. Okay.
Little pick me up.
Can you fight?
Game, you gotta give me a second here. Come on.
Not looking good. After you.
I got luck!
Barrett, where the fuck are you aiming? It's like, thanks.
Hang back.
Jesus,
Don't
this
overdo
game.
it.
All set! Bingo! Come on! Again?
This ends right here.
Come on, girly.
Tifa, I'm sorry. Get ready.
It's gonna kill me now. It's just got me in a hit loop.
Have this. Come on. Yeah, I'll do it.
That is just like instant death for everybody involved. Okay, great.
Back in it. You okay? Take the lead.
Want some more? Some now!
Nope, got locked into it. Couldn't move. Can't dodge that.
Now you're in for it. You're out of luck. It's on down.
Jeez, that was way too freaking close. Not impressed.
We don't have long to get clear.
Take Tifa and get out of here.
I was wrong about you.
This ain't the end of the line for you or me.
Cloud!
Come on!
I have Batman powers! Or not! Save me, Robin! Save me! You're probably wondering how I got here. However those movies start. Let's go back 2 weeks before.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
You didn't, like, go nuts and steal my identity and
just
thoughts and try to hit on my girlfriend, are you?
Back then? What do you say? We doing this? Have we? Never mind about that. Right now, you need to focus on yourself. Move something. Anything. Why not? Good. Easy does it. Slow. And steady. Yeah.
Bite the pillow, Cloud. What?
Hey, who are you? Who are you?
I am your everything.
Hello in there.
Well, it would fit with the rebuild theory that I have, so yeah.
There's still so much to be done.
Excuse me. Budding Bodyguard. Coming this summer to theaters.
Maybe you're not okay. Ah, he lives. Finally awake, are we?
Who's we?
You're...
Aerith. It's Aerith. And you are?
Cloud.
Nice to meet you again.
I never really noticed that you're carrying around my boyfriend's
You
sword.
don't remember? What about the flowers?
Oh, the flower girl. And this is...
An old church in the Sector 5 slums.
We pray to
You
a
came
lost
crashing
person
through the
known
roof
as
without so much as
Jeebus,
a
I believe it
lookout
is,
below.
according to the ancient scripts.
Fell right into my flower bed. Lucky for you.
There's
Like,
something
really.
called an air buster, however, it fell into the
Sorry,
orphanage
I
next
didn't mean
door.
to-
Don't worry about it.
Tiny
They're a
arms all
lot
over the
tougher than
place.
they look. This place, it has a kind of power.
The power of Jeebus.
Before I forget, you dropped this when you landed.
Thanks.
I've got one too.
You and everybody and their mother.
Not like mine, no. It's special.
Mine's not good for anything at all.
Yeah, okay, so my rebuild theory? That's a flash forward to the future. He shouldn't see that right now. That's not something from his past. That's from when she gets killed by Sephiroth at the end of Disc 1. So, I'm thinking my potential rebuild might be correct. Yeah, she dies. Spoiler. Spoiler, really not spoiler. Although this game probably might change that. There's actually legitimately people who did not know that. They're like, what? She dies? It's like, you're my age. You should have known that, but okay.
You just don't know how to use it.
Could be. Though, I really don't mind. Just having it is enough.
Not dying to learn.
It's a gift from my mother. Pretty crazy, huh? Us meeting again like this. You should stay a while.
You know, kind of the multiple fractures you should have through your body from falling like 1,000 feet, 300 meters or so. Just saying. I like the classic piano, though. Excuse me.
Really? You will? In that case... Huh?
I'll see myself in. Thanks. And who are you?
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
Huh? A soldier?
Ex-soldier.
Well, what do you know? You've got the eyes, at least.
You don't mind, do you? Bodyguard work's not too different from Merc stuff, right?
Huh?
I guessed. From the sword. Just do this for me, okay?
Fine, but it'll cost you. A lot.
A lot, huh?
She has to know that that's Zack's sword.
Huh?
She just mentioned it.
Well, you're weird enough to be one. What class?
First.
If you're gonna bullshit me, at least try to make it believable.
Hey, watch the flowers!
You heard the lady.
I'll make this quick.
You better.
Fine, let's do this. Enough. That's that.
Really? Since when? This is the first I've heard of it.
Because it was a classified object.
I don't think that counts then.
Hey, little help in here, guys?
Get ready.
That still hurt, even though I dodged it?
Let's do this. See ya. Three. You're done.
Chill out.
Here we go.
Good old what's his face. Hallelujah. I hate doing cleanup, but I'm damn good at it.
Yeah, it's like, she should be running up there doing stuff and helping out. Like the original.
Cloud, be
No
careful!
holding back. I see you. Allow me.
It's Jean Renault! Okay, Operative Turks. Magic lightning attacks only have a slight effect on his stagger gauge. No real weaknesses, but he's resistant to that at least. Okay.
Let's do this. Tell me you ain't having fun. Well, okay then. Try me. Shot. Come on. Wait for bodyguard. I'm right here. Let's go. Feeling all right there, Mr. Bodyguard?
I'm waiting. All right.
How's that?
I won't give up.
Oh, come on, tough guy.
So much for being.
Okay, the game just decided to not block anymore. Interesting. I also really hate too, it's like you need to be in Punisher mode, which is like an auto parry or counter move. But if you roll or anything like that, then it takes you out of it. But if you're in that mode, you like barely move at all. You just shuffle like barely at all. It's like really hard to move, so you have to get out of it and then try to get yourself back into it. Alright, man. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you next time. Let's see, it's still doing every other day, so it'd be Tuesday the 21st. Be doing this again. Have a good one. Yeah, so he's got lightning. That would explain it too, because my blade's done with lightning, so that would be good. So let's try this now. Because Reno, lightning does like nothing against the guy, and my weapon was imbued with it, so that might have been part of the problem. Probably not. Lack of skill, most likely, but we'll say it's that instead. It was that completely.
And just when I had finished tending the flowers here, gotta start over. Just me, myself, and I.
I could stick around a bit.
Really? You will? In that case... Huh?
Bodyguard, huh? Right.
Really? Since when? This is the first I've heard of it.
This is a classified file, princess.
I don't think that counts then.
Bring it.
Enough.
You gotta do better than that.
Try me. That'll do. That's that. No holding back.
Hey! Little help in here, guys?
All good. Yeah.
Whatever. Good old what's-his-face. Hardly knew ya. I hate doing cleanup, but I'm damn good at it!
Nope, gotta watch him show off. Okay.
Wow, be careful!
Sloppy. steady. Here we go. I got your number. What you waiting for, bodyguard? I'm right here. Lucky shot. Gonna make me work for it, huh? Well, lucky for you, tough guy. Consummate professional. All right, anytime now.
Do you really have to fight near the flowers?
Get ready. It's over.
Coming for you. That's a hit.
I see you.
Not so tough now.
Can't move. Damn Punisher mode.
Try me.
Heads up.
Let's get this over with. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Yep, so the problem last time was the lightning on the blade was making them stronger.
You've got it all wrong, man. I just wanted to...
Cloud! No!
Yeah, they're stopping me from killing him. Because he has to exist, and they're whipping me out of the room. That's hilarious. So, yeah, so they're there to basically keep the timeline intact, make sure the events line up at Final Fantasy VII, the original version. That is interesting. Because we know that this game only goes to Midgar, so... then it ends. And I'm guessing the next game is going to be just completely different. If they're going the rebuild route like Neon Genesis Evangelion movies did, which I absolutely love and adore, the next game might have a different title, like Final Fantasy VII, United or something, or time. It's going to have like a subtitle to it. It's not going to be like Part 2 or anything, which is why this game doesn't have a Part 1 behind it. That makes sense now, but that's pretty wild. I mean, I'm only like halfway through the game, so... I mean, it's halfway chapter-wise, so it's going to be still some time to validate if my theories are correct, but we'll see.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Go get the girl.
Sir!
The hell?
Weird. They're not attacking.
Hey, open up!
Come on.
Over here!
Huh?
Are they trying to stop us?
What are they
I want that materia!
Nowhere to go but up.
Guys, come on. Alright, let's save. Just not have to do the Reno fight again.
We should run?
I'm trying to, but the game won't let me. I wonder if you come back for that. Oh, go downstairs? Nope, blocked again. So, I wonder if the game, like, lets you come back later.
Through the attic. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right. Through that hole.
Okay, game, let me change the camera so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, they are keeping us on the time path from the original. That's awesome.
They saved me.
Come on.
Let's get out of the fucking way, come on. Talisman, okay.
I'll go first.
You know, the classic phrase, gentlemen first. I'm sure that's what they say.
Come on.
Nothing! Up there!
Hey, no shooting!
Oh, man.
Hey, you okay?
Probably. Or maybe not.
If there's so much as a scratch on her, you're done.
Sir!
We bring her in one piece. What now?
Run!
Move and I'll shoot!
Oh, no, you won't.
But sir!
Come on, not the top.
Could drop that. Okay.
What's the holdup? I can't get to her!
God, the game is like slow. Cloud, what the f... It's like you hold one direction, and the game's like, one, stop, what the fuck? Keep going.
Run!
Okay.
Stop her! Ow.
So this replaces the barrels, okay.
Eat this! Over there! Screw you!
Yeah, I can't really move, sorry. Control kind of blows here. What the game?
How do you like this?
What the fuck? This is like the shittiest controls I've ever fucking seen. I am holding up. I was like not moving anything, and the game's just like, nope, nope, we're gonna start doing this nonsense. Holding up still. It's like it doesn't know what the fuck it's gonna trying to do. What the hell? This is horseshit. Who the fuck didn't test this? That just pisses me off. Okay. God, that is fucking garbage.
Let's move.
That just made me angry. It's like, oh my god. It's like, what the hell? It's like, did no one fucking playtest this? It's like, oh, we played everything there. Did you test the part there, like in the cathedral where you're trying to escape with Aerith? Oh no, it's fine. You know, you just hold up in a direction, and sometimes you'll stop, and you'll turn around, and you'll just hang there, and then you'll just go opposite directions, and then sometimes you'll go the direction you want to go, and then you'll stop and turn around. It's like, oh my god. That is inexcusable.
They're in the attic. Should we pursue?
Leave him be.
But sir!
Partner's got it. We are out. Beginner's luck.
More of those things.
It's like they're guiding us.
Stay close.
So cool.
So if they're gone, can I go back down? No. Let's say it's not to do that horse shit again. So that just like really makes me angry. Like when you have something that's completely busted in a game, and you can tell like nobody tested that part at all because it was just, it did not work. Couldn't move. You're stuck. You hold up on a direction, and you would go maybe one space. Sometimes you keep going. You'd stop, turn right, or turn around. And like the entire time I was all holding one direction. I didn't take my thumb off it, made sure I was holding it directly up, not to the side or anything crazy. It just wouldn't work right. Smelling salts, still don't know what those are for, because you have Phoenix Downs, and they don't show up in your inventory.
Need to stay ahead of them.
Yeah, I know, except for the game is forcing me to walk ridiculously slow.
Or not. They gone?
Yeah, think so.
What are they?
I think... Actually, I don't know. Let's just go.
Just make sure I'm not missing anything. So there's materia, I can't get it, so hopefully come back to her later. Come back to here.
Okay. Up for crossing the rooftops? See that pillar over there? There's a station right by it. Shall we mosey on over?
Let's.
Okay, so it's still just me and the party.
So, what's next for you?
A little bit of bodyguard work.
Right.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
That suit from earlier. He was one of Shinra's Turks. What's a Turk want with you?
Dunno. Hey, don't Turks keep an eye out for potential soldiers and stuff?
They do more than just scout for candidates. Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations, with extreme prejudice.
Professional bad guys. Gotta love them.
Back to my question. So what's he to you? Looked like you knew each other.
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest soldier yet.
So don't sass me, lady!
Forget it.
You mad? I actually haven't traveled by rooftop before.
Be surprised if you had.
It's honestly kind of exciting.
Well, first time and all.
We turned this part into a maze just to make sure we can get exposition out to you. Over there, over here. Can't move. Okay, there we go. Game's like, nope, we want you to look at those birds. Look at the tower. Don't look down where you need to walk.
Wait! Give me a moment. just run off on your own.
Those the words of a soldier candidate?
So petty.
So, does no one live in these buildings?
Nope. No one to get mad if we make noise. Looks kinda rusty.
I'll go first. It's pretty old. Be careful.
Okay.
Easy now.
You worry too much. I'm not some princess who needs to be coddled.
But guess she needs me to be your bodyguard.
Whew. That was unexpected. Thank you, Cloud. Ah, there it is. The wall.
Oh look, another brick in it.
You know, I thought about leaving once, but in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. A whole world bursting with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes. Even now. People hate the steel sky, the slums, but I don't. How could I? All that passion, all those dreams, flowing and blending together into something greater.
Alright, so I need to run and grab a drink real quick. I will be right back. We're going to put on some more music here. Let's put on some Monster Hunter Disco Remix. So hang tight, be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, sorry about that. Hey, T-Walls, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully everything's going well for you. Adjust my back brace. Having fun with this, have theories about the game in general, but we just met up with Aerith. Spelled correctly. Because you can't change it in this game. Haha. Such a shame, because I really wanted to have Mr. T in my party. Make it a tea party.
This time I'll go first. After all, I can't count on you to wait.
Sure about this?
See for yourself.
Hope you have your tetanus shot.
Maybe I'll go on ahead and leave you all by your lonesome. Just,
Maybe you shouldn't talk.
then you talk.
Nope, cannot change names in this game. Yes, 1 out of 10. IGN, too many graphics.
Not for free.
Cheapskate. You're.
Come on, Cloud, knock her off.
Gotcha.
You're
Push her.
killing me here.
Push her! Yeah, so no name changing. And actually I have a theory I espoused on earlier. I'm only about halfway through the game or so
Here goes nothing.
can't really confirm it, but this chapter really did. Yeah, then it just looks like a good way to get Lockjaw from this. But, so, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't think this game's a remake, to be honest. I've been bringing up comparisons to Neon Genesis Evangelion rebuild movies, where they're just basically changing the story completely. They started off how it's supposed to be and going off something completely different. I think that's how it's going to be. Because you have these, like, Harry Potter Dementors, whatever they're called, you know, or like Lord of the Rings, show up, like these little ghosts here and stuff. Because originally, like, the second bombing mission run, in the game, Cloud's not supposed to be part of it, it's supposed to be Jessie, but in the original game you were. These ghost things show up on the day of the mission, they make Jessie twist her ankle so she can't go, Cloud goes instead, timeline's restored. It's like they're trying to keep the timeline intact. I just fought Reno. I was about to kill him, the ghost grabbed me and Aerith, rushed us out the door, like literally carried us out of the room so we couldn't kill Reno, which would screw up the original timeline for the game. I'm thinking this is a rebuild, like this is like, okay, like alternate universe, multiverse type deal. Because they're like, their job is to basically, the ghosts that are flying around occasionally, to keep the timeline intact. Because like Aerith was about to fall to her death at one part by accident, and one of the things like stopped her from falling and pushed her back, and she's like, they're not attacking, but they're helping us. Why? So, yeah, so we know this game ends after Midgar. And I'm wondering if the next game is just going to be completely 100% different. Like, this is not a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, we need Yuffie to show up. She's going to be next game, because she was in... After you get out Midgar is where you find her, to potentially find her in the original. Red 13 shows up at the end of this game, I know. And Kate Sith is going to be next game as well. Well, Kate Sith was Reeves, so he is important. But, yeah, so the next game, like, this is not a remake. I mean, this is not... It's a new game, is my theory. I mean, I'm only halfway through the game, but I'm trying to pick up on this stuff, like going, oh, wait a minute, this is like some of those rebuild movies that I've been taunting so much that I like. But that's what this really, really reminds me of. I'm like, they're going to go a completely different story path, which is why this doesn't have a Part 1 on the title of the game. It's not Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. It's going to have its own names from now on, because they're going to be their own games. It's not a remake. It's a sequel or something. Alternate telling. Oh, Zack.
My hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
God, why are women so thirsty for Cloud in this game?
Not really.
I mean, I understand
Thanks
at first
anyway.
why she likes Cloud, because he's got Zack's personality.
We're getting closer to the
And she admits that in the first game, too. She's like, when I first met you, you really reminded me a lot of Zack.
Monsters on the way. There's a face that screams, so what?
But then she started to like him no matter what. I played Project Justice, not in a long time, but I have before. Conjure ward, attack spells cast within the ward will be automatically cast twice. Ooh. It was fun. It's a good tag battle game. She's got prayer, HP restoration. What does she have? She's got refocus, ice materia, and refocus limit break. Okay, not sure what that does. Don't know where we're going to be coming into, but I'm thinking ice might be pretty good. I think Tifa's got it. Can I put it? Yes, I can take it off people who are not my party. Sweet. Sorry, Tifa, I'm stealing this back. I want to emulate it. Looks interesting. Yeah, I would definitely say emulate it. I mean, technically, if you were to buy it, you can't buy it legally anymore. I mean, it'd just be from, like, a second-party, third-party seller. So the money doesn't go to Capcom or anyone else until they do an official re-release, which they won't. And I have no idea how much Project Justice goes for these days, to be honest. I mean, I was kind of surprised looking up some of my Dreamcast games, how much they sell for, and that gets crazy. Like, I have a game called, gosh, I'm drawing a blank on it. Let me take a look over there. What's it called? Tech Romancer. Not the best of the games, in my opinion. But it's like $100 now. Project Justice, taking a look at it, used copies for the American version are $250 on eBay, plus. So, definitely emulate the hell out of this one. Do not buy it. Okay, so let's see. She's got new materia slot. Step 1, always open your materia slots. Attack damage, Tempest, and what is Tempest? Yeah, don't worry. Now, if you said pirating, you know, pirate it, that's fine. If you say fucking pirate it, that would not be PG, just like I just did right now. It's a hack and slash game, but it's still, at its roots, it's like a hybrid. I was explaining to Nimix in the last stream, I think it was. Is that it's like it's like half RPG, half action game. So you run around, you can attack people, but then you still get your ATB gauge filled up, which allows you then to use your items or your magic attacks. So it's like 50-50. So materia still plays a big part of it. Even though you're running around beating people up and stuff, but it's not pure 100% action. It's not like mostly like Final Fantasy 15, which is just, oh yeah, you have spells you can do occasionally. This one, it's like, you really do rely on it, so. It's interesting, I do like it though. I think it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. If you also didn't hear, I think it was last time, because I can't remember, I'm losing track of stuff from like not sleeping too well, of course, but I got my stimulus money, bought a whole bunch of computer parts, bought a new graphical processor, graphics card, and GPU. That should be here Tuesday, I think. But yeah, people were complaining about, like, this isn't my old game I bought for the PlayStation, I want it to be turn-based. It's like, well,
Where are you going, Cloud?
that's gonna be different. Okay, well I guess we can't go back that way. The game's stopping me. I'm gonna go back and get that materia I couldn't get. You can do a classic turn-based, quote-unquote, style, where basically the game plays for you. The computer will automatically run up an attack, start hitting, because you have to build up your gauge. Or you have to build up your gauge in order to use your magic or your items. Just like, yeah, you had to wait the gauge to fill up the first time. So the game will run around and do that, and play for you, and as soon as the ATB gauge fills up, then it pauses and lets you choose what you want to do, like continue attacking, or use a magic spell, or use an item, and then just keeps going like that. So, yeah, this game's nothing like Metal Gear Rising at all, or Ninja Gaiden, to be honest. It's kind of closer to Final Fantasy 15, really. So it's assess.
Best do it right.
Weakness is Blizzard. Ice attacks fill stagger gauge.
Take the lead.
Aerith possesses both powerful offensive and support spells and is effective in multiple roles. Hold down the attack to deliver a continuous stream of magic attacks. Combo attacks can target multiple enemies over a wide area.
I'm coming!
Yeah, she's actually ridiculously strong. Wow.
Someone
That was surprising.
looks like they're in their element.
Yeah, this game is like, if you're thinking it's like super hack and slash, it's really not. Now the problem is, like, when I was telling you, like, the classic mode you can put it on, is that the game is like stupidly easy from what I've been hearing from people. So it's like, if you just want to kick back and watch the story and not have to really do a whole lot and just cruise through it, you can do it that way.
I've got this.
Don't you mean we've got this? This one's for you!
Spells, Blizzard.
Feeling chilly?
So Aerith, you can hold down triangle. Focus your magical energies, release it to unleash Tempest. Okay, that's what Tempest is. Powerful magic attack. Potency of Tempest depends on how much magical energy Aerith is stored up. Depending on the situation, you may want to store small amounts of energy, release it. Spells in low-powered bursts, provide you time, and unleash a particularly devastating blast of magic. So she's interesting. So she's like a faraway fighter like Barret, but a lot stronger. Yeah, exactly. That's why I remember a lot of people were really upset about Aerith dying in the original. Was that like, I spent all this time like leveling her up and getting her part of the party and making her this big powerhouse, and then she dies at the end of the first disc. It's like, yeah, I know. They did that on purpose.
We'll make it quick.
That's that.
So, wow, you don't know the slums that well, do you?
Compared to you? No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields.
But you gotta admit though, like, when you know the game and you play through another time, you don't spend nearly as much on Aerith as you do. You don't invest all the time buying her all the weapons and armor and leveling her up like crazy and things like that, like you do with everybody else in the party, because you know it's like, well, she's just gonna kick it. You'll keep her like level balance like everybody else, but you're not gonna spend too much effort. Make sure I'm not running past something.
Station's there.
I can see that.
Oh? Thought the
I also
world
hear a
really
helicopter, it
didn't
sounds
include
like.
Stations.
Ha ha.
And there it is.
We poured so much of our blood and sweat into building that reactor. Now,
I can't believe this is happening.
If you would all just please calm down.
hey!
Just stick with trucking sim games. No one does those games. Except for the kids and buses that you ram off the road, and yellow cars and police officers. Basically anybody who's not you.
What the hell's going on?
Come on. There's no need to shout.
Popular place.
Yeah, well, it's got a good view of the reactor.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
They know that. They're worried.
Oh, didn't expect to see you here. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, on your way home from the church?
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Did any debris hit the church?
Not debris. No.
Yeah, the hair physics aren't
Something at
really...
least,
But you may
They're not too bad in this game, but they're not really present, you know? Like, Tomb Raider 2013 has a hair physics mode that will still bog down modern computers, like, you know, which would have been a supercomputer 7 years ago.
Figured as much.
You know, it's like it's like every single strand of hair, like 30,000 strands of hair were being rendered along with the game engine. It's just like caused a lot of problems. So even now they're saying like, even with my brand new 2070 RTX I'm getting, they're like, just don't even bother turning on that feature, just leave it off. Yay! Bench! I love bench. So yeah, it's not like flopping around like crazy. Hair is really hard to get physics for. Same thing for cloth, but I mean, her dress does really well animating. Trying to get her to run to show. And it kind of sways like a dress would. Yeah. Surviving and stuff, so I can understand that. Kate Sith, speaking of the devil. You do an upskirt. People have, and they discovered that Aerith's not wearing underwear. And people are like, ooh, but then you just find out it's like, it's just not rendered. There's like nothing there, just like legs cut off into nothing. It's like, okay, that's funny. It's a lot. Yeah, we'll keep that. What was I going to do? Aerith, I think I unlocked her materia. Yeah, I didn't set one, so she's got ice. Let's give her... She's got ice and prayer, which will get stronger. She's got ice twice. She doesn't need ice twice. So let's take that off. Let's put in revival. Give her ice and fire. I like how you have a constantly like changing score on the game based upon arbitrary things. So if you really want to see something really lewd, there are like Resident Evil 2 mods. The Resident Evil 2 remake mods, I'm like, holy crap. I'd be afraid to even put that on a computer for like somebody not only seeing it, but also like, oh, I'm going to stream the game today and forget I have that on there and just get Twitch banned. It's like, there are some pretty lewd things. There's some really awesome mods I've seen. But other things I'm like, no, I don't want to get Twitch banned.
Huh?
Wait.
Deck is all clear!
2 remake, I thought was pretty good. 3 remake was, I did not like at all. I was not happy with that. It's rude.
Let's go!
Well, that's the thing is, Leon's original voice actor died, like, last week. A couple days. It's about, like, 2 or 3 days ago, I should say.
Another Turk.
A real man on a mission.
On the hunt, more like.
For me? Or you?
Don't know. Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets? Ah. There will be monsters.
Better than Shinra.
Oh yeah, it's comical, it's all good there for the acting, but The big thing though, like Resident Evil 3 remake, like 2, the remake for 2, they took Mr. X and made him like Nemesis. Okay, yeah, that kind of screwed things up. But Eric talked a lot, you just didn't hear her.
For the road.
She was never shy, she was always in your face.
Get your slum meatballs.
But the thing is, like, so, but Resident Evil 2 Remake still pretty much followed Resident Evil 2, the original one. Resident Evil 3 Remake is just pretty much the same game in name. I mean, it's like they've changed everything around, removed huge segments of the game. Nemesis is highly predictable, he doesn't follow you around, he's not stalking you constantly, you have these weird boss fights with them. It's just like, it's just so disappointing. It's like, how did this happen? And they were in development at the same time that Resident Evil 2 Remake was, too. So it's like, you know, 2 Remake I think is great, 3 is just garbage. It makes me sad because I loved Resident Evil 3, the original.
The sweet and spicy level.
I mean, I loved that game to death. I was like speedrunning it before it was the thing. And they just took it and just trashed it. The city was a big part of the game in the original, and this one in Remake is just constantly shoved into weird buildings that were not existing to begin with.
But a great place to lay low. They've got the run of it. It's over.
No telling where they'll come from.
Monsters instinctively target weaker prey.
Is that why they went after me?
You
Oh.
better watch out then, Cloud.
Oh, she even came with a burn too.
So it's my turn? One more shot! That
Okay, so this goes to a dead end, but there might be something back
we were
here.
doing some construction, but quit halfway.
Phoenix down, antidote. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not missing like a hidden materia or something. This game will do occasionally. Rocket booster, it looks like. Giant shell casings, holy crap. That'd be impressive. But yeah, like the characters as well for Resident Evil 3 Remake got really changed around. Carlos, I think, is a hell of a lot better. He is a major improvement versus what he was in the original game. But Jill is just like, she's really super sarcastic in 3. She's just like a jerk constantly. So I didn't like her, but Carlos I thought was really good. He was improved in the remake for sure. Yes, that's where it all comes into, is that 10 is basically the end game. It's the future of everything.
Over here.
Okay, I know like the game's like, go over here. It's like, I'm still gonna look, make sure I'm not missing anything. Got that FOMO for RPGs. Fear of missing out.
That didn't work. Maybe it's broken? I'm pretty sure this path we're on loops around too, so...
Do I get to use my Shenmue skills and do a forklift driving?
Wonder if we can move this.
I do! Oh, come on. No, no, no. Let me use the forklift. Game. Oh, you suck, game. Boo! I was like, hey, we can get Shenmue going. I trained on forklift for so long.
I knew it.
There's a forklift right behind me, and the game's like, no. Herniate your discs, Cloud. Push it out of the way. I'm disappointed. I feel betrayed. Whole world betray me. Not Lisa. She's too pretty. Understand that I cannot do a Tommy Wiseau impersonation. If one comes along, I mean, there's been several trains, but unfortunately no ability to suplex them yet. That is the best part of Final Fantasy VI. So does anybody remember about that game? Suplexing trains.
Here we go. Yeah. Calling ice. Going in.
I'll show you what I can do.
Must have been a new breed.
How do you figure?
Because they went for the stronger prey.
So that worked fine. Earlier, while I was inside the church, I was like swearing up a storm because it was like, it would not let me move. I was like, had to do a monkey bar situation, and I'd just like go forward maybe once, and then sit there, and then nothing would happen, and then I'd turn around, and then I go to the right, then I go back, nothing would happen, I go forward twice. It's like, and all I was doing was just holding up on the directional stick. I was like, how is this broken? Why did nobody test this? And that's what makes you really angry when there's something that's easily testable, bug tested and played, and clearly nobody ever did. So what do we have here? Manufactured by Shinra, effectively efficient materia usage. Defense, magic defense goes down. We're gonna give it to her though, because more materia. So she's got ice, fire, give her wind. There it is. Now Tifa's got it, but yeah, I mean, everything else in this game has worked fine so far. There are still improvements that this game needs to have done. Like, if I want to heal myself, I can't go into here and do it. I can't go down my inventory, go to items and potion. It does nothing. You can't heal yourself this way. The only way to heal yourself is you gotta go here, X, items, pick yourself, and do it repeatedly this way. It takes time to do. So just rapid fire healing. It's like, why did they take that out? The lock-on camera in this game sucks for combat. So you'll switch over to the other character and you have to manually move your camera to see what you're trying to hit. If you're like, well, lock-on cameras are hard in games, I'm like, this is a problem that's been solved for 20 years.
There, check it out. The heart of the slums.
Bunch of rocks? Okay, there we go.
Well, we did take a detour. Getting tired?
Nah.
Me, I'm feeling a bit hungry. How about you?
She's like, I could snack on a cloud. What? Something light.
You're in for a treat when we make it back.
Ooh, see?
Time for that.
You'll want to make time for my mom's cooking.
Ooh, your mom's getting involved too?
Final word on it. We'll get home quick and eat ourselves stupid.
Now, the game that really ticked me off was, it was Stranger's Wrath, or like Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, which is a game I loved on the original Xbox. Great fun game. Got remastered, released for the PC. I bought it day one, like day one, second when it came out, pretty much. The very first thing you have to do in that game is you have to open a gate in order to get to an elevator and you can proceed. You are stuck in this opening area until you hit the A button, open the gate. They didn't program in the ability to do that. It would show you the prompt. None of the buttons would do it. You'd rebind the keyboard to whatever button you wanted it to be that the A button to open the door. It wouldn't work. Nobody bug tested the game to see if you could play it at all. They just basically did it, ported it, and threw it on the computer and said it's done, sell it. So there was a lot of angry people, including myself. Yeah, but I mean, that was like the most brazen, like, you did no bug testing whatsoever. Like, sorry, we didn't catch this as part of the bug testing. It's like, no, there's no excuse. There was no bug testing if you didn't catch something that stopped you from playing the game the first 20 seconds. It's like, there was no excuse for that. Bethesda would follow that model later on. EA, Ubisoft as well. Ubisoft and, yeah, basically the trio there. Bethesda, EA, and Ubisoft, which is why I don't buy their games. They would all definitely follow that model.
You sure you want to fight?
There we go. It's like I'm trying to kill these things, but I need to assess them.
I got your number. Don't overdo it.
I'm coming.
Yeah, Aerith is a freaking powerhouse. This is crazy.
Go on.
Remember in the original game, she wasn't that strong. I mean, she could hold her own, but she was just the magic caster. And this one, she's just wrecking everything. I like it. Alright, so where are we at here? Head backwards up this part. Yeah, I also played Doom Eternal. I liked Doom 2016. I streamed that last month, 2 months ago, something like that. No, it was before my spine surgery, so that was like back in February. I streamed Doom 2016. Liked it a lot, had a lot of fun with it. And then I played Doom Eternal, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not having fun with this. That's where we need to go. Okay. It's super fast, you have very low ammo, you take damage, like damage values are set way too high, and then on top of it all, you have to play the game how the developers wanted you to. The big thing about Doom 2016 was you could run around, you still wanted to keep moving, because if you stayed still and tried to camp out, you're going to die quickly. As long as you kept moving, you could do your own strategies for ambushes and so forth. It was fun. And Doom Eternal is more like you have to do these certain things. You have to hit these certain jump jets in order to fling around and do all these acrobatic stuff, and remember to do these double dashes. Because if you don't, you just die. You don't survive the most basic of fights. You have to play how they want you to play it, or you don't get anywhere. And for me, that was frustrating. This looks like a boss fight arena. So I kind of stopped for a second and wanted to assess the situation on top of it. Pardon me. Guess there's nothing to do here? Yeah, because this looks like just a boss fight arena. It's just big, wide, and open. Maybe we'll come back here later. Yeah, but you shouldn't have a game on rails when it's a first-person shooter, though. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, now the game's screwing up here again. It kept stopping me. There we go. I mean, I can understand, like, hurting and moving your game design where you want people to go. But for a game that's designed to be, like, free-form shooting and stuff, you really gotta have it so you can play it any way you want to within those confines. Doom 2016 was still linear, is that it funneled you to the exit of a level. But you still could do whatever you want in the fights between. These look different. Doors locked. Okay. Don't understand why you have doors you have to hold too. It's like you gotta really... It's like Cloud has to stop and wait in anticipation of actually opening the door.
It's away!
I wish it kept sleeping.
What is a smogger?
Allow me.
Autonomous robot discarded by Shinra, part of self-repair protocol. Hitting it while it's using haywire haze makes it susceptible to staggering. Lightning attacks will rapidly fill its stagger gauge. Okay.
No holding back.
It casts silence on me somehow. Okay. That's lame.
Pushing it.
Sure, however I can help. You'll see. Go on! Can you take over for a bit?
Bang!
See you around.
Way to go, Aerith. Just stand there and take that explosion. Oh, the AI, I tell ya.
No good? That sucks.
Okay. Camera freak out. Yeah, I haven't had a problem too much outside of the combat camera, but this one's still... This junkyard area is starting to get a little kind of weird. Like, they're trying to be like, we want you to see these certain things we're pointing out to, but I don't care about seeing the side of me along a wall like this. I just want to see where I'm running, like, this way. Oh, I can see where I'm going, instead of, no, look at it like this.
Yeah, that should do the trick.
I'm guessing the door was locked.
Nice work.
I guess it was. Haha, I just did that trying to find secrets. That's funny.
Guess we're home free.
No need for thanks. I'd rather get paid.
You're getting paid right now. Huh?
You're not gonna wait till we get home?
Oh.
Yeah, that would be a Final Fantasy VIII remake. Squall. Most angsty protagonist ever in a Final Fantasy game. I mean, Cloud's a jerk in this game, but that's part of his arc. He was a jerk in the original when he starts off, and then he gets better as you go through. But like Squall was just like an idiot, like all the way through. Even though it's ironic, because I love 8, but he was a
Don't forget about
jerk.
the Turks. Could come at us any time. Keep an eye out.
That just loops all the way back. Okay.
So, do you think this means another war's coming?
The Sector 5 slums are right there.
What are they watching?
Hey!
My lights have been on the fridge.
I'm standing inside the gutted shell of Mako Reactor 5.
They're
As you
working
can
for
see,
Wutai, isn't
there's
it
still a lot
obvious?
of smoke rising from the rubble.
Using spies so
While
they don't have
pollen
to
beams
break
and
the
other debris
ceasefire.
continue to hinder rescue efforts.
This is poorly timed to have you listen to other conversations. Trying to watch this, what you need to do.
That's the director of Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division.
It's
isn't it?
Scarlet.
Excuse me, ma'am, but would you mind answering a few questions?
We're safe down here, right?
They're targeting reactors.
Can you give us any updates on the status of the reactor? What kind of damage did it suffer in the explosion?
God, everyone, shut up.
Mako Reactor 5
Finally,
has been
jeez.
temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished.
Yeah, Rino was like,
Is under control,
I don't know why she had the hots for him. It's kind of like Ninja Gaiden series, wherever like all the girls have like the hots for Ryu, and he has no personality whatsoever. What's his personality? I'm a ninja. Technically, I'm a zombie, but I'm a ninja. It's like, who cares? It's like everyone's like, oh, I want your baby.
Are currently believed to be in hiding somewhere in Midgard.
Put one in me. It's like, you have no personality. Why do you think he's hot? Maybe they're like into the leather getup outfit he's wearing. I'm not sure.
What do you think? Have no fear. Shinra will keep Midgard safe.
Okay, time's up.
All right, let's go.
For me.
Oh, what timing! Mind lending me a hand?
Place is really hopping, huh?
Nice side effect of the train situation. So, what do you say?
I'd love to, but
This place is great. They're just walking down the road. People are offering you jobs.
I help out every now and then. It's fun.
Aerith!
Well, well. What are you doing all the way up there?
Was trying to get a look at the reactor. Who's this guy?
This is Cloud. He's a mercenary. And currently my bodyguard. That's Oates.
See you.
Do you have another friend named Hall?
2 peas in a pod.
Okay, everybody loves Aerith, I get it.
We all went to see the reactor. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to come by the house.
What for?
I don't know. You're just supposed to.
Well, guess we have a new destination. I should probably explain. The Leaf House is the local orphanage. That's where all these kids live.
Hey, Aerith, where'd you go? The church again? Next time, we should all go together.
Why, hello, Aerith. As popular as ever, I see.
Apparently.
So you brought me more subjects to experiment on. I'll give you your finder's fee later.
Thanks again for all those herbs. You've helped a lot of people.
Those dank herbs from Aerith.
How'd you manage to find so many anyway?
Oh, I have my ways.
And him?
He's my bodyguard.
And
just
dealer.
Until I get home.
And you're sure
Yeah, so
he's up
Aerith
to
is
it?
a drug dealer, I'm her enforcer.
Maybe.
I'm seeing the hidden parallels and the hidden meanings of this game.
Since I'm so generous, I gather medicinal
Yeah,
herbs to
medicinal
make
herbs, I'm
potions
sure.
sometimes.
All these kids have glaucoma.
Hey, mister, do you want one of these?
There you are.
We're back, and we brought Aerith with us.
Sorry to make you come out here.
Don't be. It's on my way home.
Well then, I hope you won't mind me asking for some flowers.
No problem. How many?
All you can carry. What with all the doom and gloom we've been hearing on the news recently, I thought some flowers might help cheer everyone up.
I'm sure they will, and I'd love to help.
Let's all wash up before our meal.
As tall as the sky. Hope you go nice and big. Biggs gave me a bunch of his favorites, and I'm gonna rate them all. So, Cloud, what's your favorite flower?
They're all the same to me.
Huh. You sure you want to say that to a florist?
Better than lying.
Okay. Then what'd you do with the flower I gave you?
Gave it to my hotter childhood friend.
Ooh, to who? Tell me.
Don't recall. What?
Thought you didn't like lying. Well, anyway. My house is just up this path. Mom should be home by now, so I'll introduce you. There you go. That's my house.
It's amazing.
You know, slums, and also we have the only place that grows anything. A waterfall and all the other great stuff.
Hey, my house is this way.
I know. I was looking around. I didn't move anywhere.
Come on. I'm home.
Hey, baby. Been up to no good? Rude came by.
So, this is my mom, Elmira. And this is Cloud, my bodyguard.
Hi.
You look like a Zack.
Take good care of her?
That's my job. Or was my job.
Yep. Thanks.
So I haven't told you two will be paying me?
So, Cloud, you gonna head back to Sector 7?
Yeah.
Then I'll show you the way.
Then why'd you have me bring you here? What if the Turks show up again?
It'd suck, but I've dealt with them before. Honestly, I'm much more worried about you. What if you get lost, huh? You'd be too embarrassed to admit it, and so you'd just keep on going.
Quit acting like you know me.
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna go take Cloud over to Sector 7, okay?
Okay. But why not wait until tomorrow? If you head out now, it'll be dark when you get back. Better to rest up here and make the trip first thing in the morning, when you'll have daylight to spare.
That's true. She's got a point, Cloud.
Hold up.
Oh, yeah. I still need to deliver some flowers to the Leaf House. Since we have a little time before dinner, you should come with.
That wasn't the deal.
You mean you want more? Even though you've got a priceless reward coming your way? Do you know what I promised him?
I'll do it.
We gotta make that three-way happen, come on.
Be right back.
That Aerith, she's a handful, isn't she? It must be tough. No, never mind.
She's looking at me like, man meat. There we go. They couldn't save while looking at her, apparently. Alright, but for now... Definitely want to thank everybody for hanging out. It's a fun stream as always. Definitely gonna keep playing this until I get through it. So my new streaming schedule is 8:30, or not 8:30, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, of course, just type it into Google and it'll tell you for wherever you are. And I'm doing every other day while I'm still healing from my spinal fusion. So I'll be back on, Tuesday the 21st. That's the day that I should be getting my computer, my graphics processor. So hopefully I should have everything up and fired up, and maybe we'll do some other things first just to test out to see how other games play on it. And then hopefully get back into this. Something comes up though, however, with my mom's unfortunate medical condition. taking priority, and she does have short-term memory loss problems, unfortunately. I might need to cancel the stream or postpone it. If that happens, you can find out online on Twitter at Wurzel555. So, like I said, any type of news that comes up, any postponements or time changes, like if the stream is going to be starting earlier or later, you can find out there. So shout out to T. Wallace, and hold your fire for coming by, and of course any lurkers, and hopefully see you guys next time on, let's see, no, today is, Sunday, so Tuesday will be Tuesday the 21st. See you then.